Hello and welcome to this Dr. Ross Maths key skill video on finding the y-intercept of a quadratic graph. Now, what do I mean by a quadratic graph? Just to recap, quadratic graphs are kind of line graphs, so a line on an xy axis that either have a kind of smiley face shape, so a kind of U shape, or they have a kind of hill shape, so a sort of upside down U. So quadratic graphs, whenever you draw them, will either look like this or they'll look like this. In another video on plotting quadratic graphs, we can see that we could just try different values of x and substitute it into here to find the value of y, and then if we plot those various points, it's either going to make that shape or this shape here. In this particular video, we just want to find the y-intercept. Now the y-intercept just means where does this graph cross the y-axis. This is the y-axis, and we want to see where this line graph, the quadratic graph, crosses that y-axis. Now, what do you notice about this point? We don't know what the y value of that point is, but we do know the x value, because if you look on how far we're along in the x-axis, the x value there is just going to be 0. And that's the key point in this video. All you need to know is to find the y-intercept, make x be equal to 0. So just substitute x as 0 into the equation to find the y-intercept. So let's do the first one. So if y equals 3x squared plus x plus 2, we want to find the y-intercept. We just substitute 0 as x into this equation. So when x is 0, we get y is equal to 3 times 0 squared. You could put it in bracket like that. 3 times 0 squared plus x, which we said was 0, plus 2. And, well, 0 squared is just 0, times 3 is still 0. That's also 0, plus 2 is just 2. So therefore, the y-intercept is 2. You might be able to see that any term involving x, if x is 0, they're just going to get wiped out. So if those two are wiped out, you can see that the y is going to be the non-xy term, this 2 here, the constant term as we call it. Let's do the second one. Y equals 10 minus x squared. If we were to use that same trick, if we wipe out any x terms, that's an x term, you can see that the y-intercept is going to be 10. But let's just do it formally. When x is equal to 0, substitute that in, y is equal to 10 minus, if x is 0, 0 squared, and 10 minus 0 is obviously 10, so the y-intercept is 10.